I do spending on sponsor brands and sponsor brands video campaigns as much as on sponsor product ads. That's because I found sponsor brands and sponsor brands video converting better and being cheaper. Is that a good strategy to go with, or is it good only for the short term? Thank you. I would say it's going to depend on the overall account performance. The one observation that I have, and this just comes through auditing a ton of different accounts, but the one thing I have seen is that if the majority of your spend is on sponsored brands and sponsor brands video, oftentimes these products will struggle to rank for whatever reason. And don't take this as me saying I don't recommend sponsor brands and sponsor brands video, because that is not the case. However, I do find that sponsor brands in general tend to have as much impact on rankings for the product. So that would be like my preference. But what I would say is, you're not asking me this question and saying, I'm struggling with ranking, I'm struggling with sales, and this is what my ad split is, is there something you would recommend to fix it? And this is me reading between the lines on your question, but it sounds like everything is pretty going fine. It doesn't sound like you're dealing with like a sales volume issue or a market share issue. And so I would say, if you're performing well and you're finding that your market share and your sales are at a place that you're comfortable with, you should be fine to continue. The only reason I would be hesitant to continue, or I would say maybe, is if you find yourself struggling to rank on keywords, losing market share, losing sales, then I would probably reevaluate. I would say be careful of pushing so heavy to sponsor brands and sponsor brands video that your account is only reliant on those ad types. The reason being is because if you do end up seeing the loss of market share, seeing the loss in ranking, and seeing the loss in the sales volume, what you're going to want to do is start pushing harder on sponsored product ads. But if you've continuously weeded out and pruned down and pulled back on sponsored product ads, then you kind of have to go through like a retest and ranking phase to figure out like what works in sponsored product ads, or where you can run a little bit more aggressive exact match sort of ranking strategies in sponsored product ads. If you still have that structure in place in the sponsored product ads, then it's just a matter of putting higher bids and putting out higher budgets on an ad structure that you already have, versus again having to go through the whole retesting thing again. But I mean, it sounds like you're doing okay for now. Again, if it's working, keep at it. Just keep on track of it.